drops really bad. I can see let's see where I can go. I could see, oh gosh, at least 5 miles. It might be bad just where the rain is, just coming up. So this is the gorge. A little wider on this end, but we're going to get a lot of wind. Should get a lot of wind in here. It's usually windy in here. It's brighter up ahead. Barge coming down the river. Parking lot, I could always lend it. It's a shame because this is a real pretty flight when you go down, when you go up the river here, because there's all these waterfalls off on the right. Can't see any of them right now. Not close enough. My visibility is still at least a mile. Almost out of the rain. ...430 feet off the river, according to the radar altimeter, which you can't read because it flickers in the camera. Oh, there's an airplane coming down. Huh. He's a lot higher than I am. Alright, I don't feel so bad now. But an airplane can do it. He probably came from the other end where it was clearer. He's probably having the same conversation I am back going this way. Yeah, I can see it much further now. I can see at least 5 miles. So, yeah, this looks like it's going to work. Yeah, and it's bumpy. There's some waterfalls right there. It's bumpy because of the wind. There's always wind in here. I can't believe how much water is coming into this cockpit by the doors. There's Multnomah Falls over here. Can you see it? I don't know. Looks pretty cool. The lodge down below, probably closed, and there's hardly any cars there. Looks beautiful. Let's see the bigger picture. This looks like it's the only rain in the area. That's good. I'm glad I didn't land at Troutdale. Because who knows how long you'd have to wait this out. And it's really not that bad. It's just not that pleasant. This area here is where the big fires were. That kid started with fireworks, firecracker, or whatever the heck he had. The big waterfall there. This whole area is all burned out down here. Very sad. So the Columbia River, that's what this is here, is controlled, the flow is controlled by a series of dams. All the dams have hydro plants on them, hydroelectric plants. So a lot of the electricity in Washington and Oregon is from hydropower. I should mention here that Washington is on the left side of the river here, and I'm over Oregon right now. So one of those dams is the McMinnville Dam, and we're coming up on that now. Need to keep high because it's got some really big power lines going over it. And if you are navigating the river in a boat, you can get from, by the Priest Rapids Dam, that's the last one that doesn't have a lock. It's up almost to where I live. And you can come all the way down here, all the way to the Pacific Ocean, and there's barges that go, there's one up ahead. And there's a series of locks along the way. So you have to be able to navigate to the locks, do the lock thing, which I've never done, which I'd like to do. There's a whole bunch of people camping out on this island here. Boats parked along here and then camping. Pretty cool. And there's a whole bunch of cars parked over there. Let's see. What is that thing? Is that a bunch of boats tied up? That's what it is. So below the dams is really good fishing for salmon. So you get a lot of people fishing down here. Oh, it's clearing up nicely now. I try not to fly right over the dams. You know, I don't want to make anybody scared. And I'm gonna do something silly. So I never really give my viewers a good view of the dam, but hopefully you can see the dam right there. There's the power station there. Over here's some of the wires going over the tower. Safest place to cross wires is over a tower. A lot of water coming out right now. So there's a lot of snow melt up north, and that's coming down into the river, so most of the spillways on all the dams should be, you know, flowing like that. So that's another power station on that side. And I think we flew right over the locks. There's a fish ladder there too. Oh, this is very pleasant now. Okay, good. So my initial waypoint is coming up. We were supposed to go direct to the airport for Cascade Locks. That's my first waypoint. And then from there, direct to Yakima. But direct to Yakima would take us over those mountains with all those clouds, so I'm not going to be able to do I don't really feel it. I really don't feel like scud running up there. So I'm gonna go a little further up the river and then make my turn. There's a valley up here that might be better when I get to my Hood River. Cascade Locks Airport is, I don't even think it's paved. There's a lock right here. There it is right ahead of us. We'll go over the top. I don't know what the frequency is. 122.9. Cascade Locks traffic helicopter 7534 Delta is flying right over the top. We are showing 800 feet. Going upriver. There's never anybody there, but should call. Maybe that's where that guy started. Who knows? So this is where the Columbia River cuts through the Cascade Mountains. The Cascade Mountain Range is the gorge. Which is why there's mountains on both sides. Because it's the Cascade Mountain Range. So off to our left would be Mount Adams. I think it's maybe out that way. And Mount St. Helens a little bit behind us. And then off to our right, also invisible, would be Mount Hood. Yeah, it's definitely clearing up ahead. Yay! And the windiest part is probably what's coming up right now. The windiest part of the gorge. And it is definitely a tailwind. Right now. Just a little bit of sun in here. Warming us up nicely. Ooh. Okay, now I gotta slow down. So what you do when you hit bad turbulence is you're supposed to slow down. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Because we're gonna have this for at least the next, I would think, 10 miles. Great. I should have known it was going to be like this. Let me see if I can climb a little higher. Maybe it'll be a little less turbulent up there. So I got a good climb going. 60 knots, 1,000 feet per minute. Does feel a little smoother up here. The trick is to stay away from the mountains. Because it's creating mechanical turbulence. That's what this all is. A little bit better right here. But you see, I can't go that way because it's all clouds, right to the mountains. They'll probably cut up ahead though. So when you hit turbulence, you're supposed to keep it below 100 knots. Right now, we're on 80 to 90. I think that's to prolong the experience. Not really, I'm just saying that. There's a lot of people I know that really won't fly this way because of the turbulence, but I don't know. Part of flying. I mean, If you're flying only on really beautiful days, then you're really not being much of a pilot. You have to be able to handle stuff like this when it comes up. It's not fun, I don't like it, but part of being a pilot, part of being a professional pilot or a competent pilot even, is being able to deal with, you know, weather issues, whatever the weather issues are, whether they're wind, turbulence. I mean, I'm looking down on the river right there, and all I can see is white caps. But we're not down there, we're up here. We're 1,350 feet up. Gotta watch for airplanes because they'll be coming probably at my altitude. I'm gonna make the next left. On the right side in Oregon is I-30. Is that true? Am I lying? I-84. I think it's I-84. God dang, now I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's I-84. I have to look at a map, I'm sorry. I know that the old Route 30 was up there, but I think that the interstate does have a different number. And it's a very scenic drive. But the non-interstate, the original highway, the historic highway, is a really, really beautiful drive because it's just one waterfall after another. And that's kind of cool. My guys. Oh, coming up on Hood River. This is the town of Hood River. I'm going to cut up there and take that canyon up. Get us off the river and hopefully out of this wind. Come on. Downdrafts. I'm sure my dogs are getting really sick. I flew up this valley once before. It's actually very pleasant when it's not bumpy. Let's see if we can get out of this wind.